members of our Congress, you will always have within our government those that are above the law. Hey team, on Wednesday after the midterms and the dim-dems did not get a good result, they will riot. Several dim-dems have already said that there will be riots, that they will go out on the streets, that there will be blood on the streets. And this really underscores the point that we're talking about radicals here. The Democratic Party is now run by radicals, their voter base is radical, and the people in the media supporting them are radicals. And they try to cover it up, they try to hide it, but it's the behavior and it's the pathology that really indicates that these people are far left-wing radicals. Because to be honest, you can be on the far left and you can be like a normal kind of a person. You just believe in far left-wing policies or ideology. But when you're a radical, you are looking for actions. It's almost like stage 4 of TTS, where you have that criminal mindset and you convert it into actions. Well, they have that radical mindset and they convert it into actions, whether it's lying, editing news reports, leaving out stuff, or just trying to ambush the president, or when you're talking about people on the street, hitting people that are wearing a Trump hat, or going into restaurants, harassing people, stalking people. Susan Collins, I'm not a big fan because she's a rhino, but on the other hand, she gave an amazing speech at the Kavanaugh confirmation hearing, and her yes vote was critical, and for that I really admire her. And she was stalked. She had people waiting at her home in the street, like standing there and not talking in the dark. And they also sent many disgusting pictures and objects to her house. And that's what I'm talking about. These people are radical, to the point that they had this Dr. Ford come out lying, and I'm sure they told her, hey, when you're finished, you're going to get a GoFundMe. I'm going to make sure that you're going to get $1 million or more. And it actually happened. So a lot of people would actually lie under oath, especially if they do it in a way that it's very hard to prove that they're lying, because they basically didn't say anything. She didn't know who, what, where, how, but she knew that she had a beer, and she gets $1 million for that, because she was a tool, you see. But Brett Kavanaugh is on the Supreme Court, and it's fantastic. As for Dr. Ford, she's a radical, just like the others. And if you're looking at the Democratic Party, their spokespeople, you have that hooker lawyer, Avenatti. You have a hooker, Stormy Daniels. You have a couple of bozo celebrities. You have Maxine Waters out there saying, we're going to harass people, we're going to get into their faces. And, she's just as radical. And so they don't have any message. Their message is, we want to take out Trump, we want to destroy whatever he's doing. And it's because they have nothing. And so when they say they're going to take out Trump or destroy whatever he's doing, they're talking about destroying a booming economy. And they're talking about reversing all the things that are making Americans wealthier, happier, have better lives because of the Trump administration. And they actually have a message like they want to just destroy it all. That's not a political party. That's a bunch of radicals. That's why I believe if they cannot get any kind of majority in Congress, and so therefore they don't win the midterms, that they will go into action. They will do something violent, like riots, and I'm sure they will gin up minorities to do it, because white liberals, they always activate their little groups out there, and turns out many of them are just taking advantage of minorities. But President Trump and the DOJ, they have new guidelines and rules for riots, and that happened in early 2017 already because of an EO by the president. And it's not going to be like during the Choco years when you have a riot type situation. It's going to be very tough for those people to be there for a long time, and they're all going to go to jail for like 10 years. And the word got out, and they should know that. That's why to this point you haven't really seen any riots or, Antifa actions. They're afraid of this administration, and they should be, because if Dems go out to riot because they lost an election,